Today is Friday, February 11th, 2022, and as promised, Steve and I are going to do some news, but first there's a lot of sports stuff that's happening, and I just want to break some of that down. So the Brooklyn Nets, who came into the NBA season as favorites to win it all, have completely imploded. Kyrie Irving, starting point guard, best dribbler ever, outstanding talent, okay? He's only playing like half the games because he doesn't want to get vaccinated, which wouldn't matter generally, but his team is in New York, and their arena in Brooklyn just won't let any unvaxxed person in. They don't care how much money you're making. So he's basically a part-time player. And if I was his teammate, I'd be like, hey man, I know it's your body, your choice, but you're getting paid more than like all of us to play half the games. But whatever. That's not even the main thing. So Kevin Durant, their best player, arguably the league's best player, he's injured. He's missed the last 10 games. They've also lost like their last 10 games. Coincidence? Oh, and it gets better. James Harden, the beard, former MVP, the second best player on their team, and a full-time player at that. He just got traded yesterday for Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, who hasn't played all year either because of something mental health. I don't know. So yeah, their only hope is KD returning. Maybe the city or state changing some rules so Kyrie can play more, and Ben Simmons getting his mind and his shot right, because not only was he going through this like emotional thing, he still physically can't shoot the basketball. Well, at least not well. In other news, the Lakers are a bad basketball team. The Los Angeles Lakers, they're bad. Objectively. Well, they've been bad all year, but they've been like in denial about it. Them, their fans. First, they thought like, LeBron was kind of injured, but now he's not. They're still bad. Still bad. Anthony Davis, their second best player, he was injured for a little bit, but now he's not, and they're still bad. Still bad. Then there's Russell Westbrook, who used to be my favorite player. I'll talk more about that in detail at some other time. But this year, it's become apparent just how bad he is. He's at the bottom of the league when it comes to free throw percentage. He's near the bottom of the league in three-point percentage. He's leading the league in turnovers by a lot. Turnovers being, just literally throwing the ball to the other team. And to top it all off, he finally decides to sit out his first game of the season. They say it's because of lower back tightness. I think it's just because he's upset. Lately, in the past couple of games, they've been not letting him play in the fourth quarter towards the end of the game because they're like, look, if you want to throw the ball to the other team, that's fine, but like just do it early on. When we're actually close to winning the game towards the end, we're just going to have you sit down. He came out in a press conference and he was like, I've earned the right to close games with this team, based on what I've done in the past, which is like not how any job works ever. You can't just be like, hey, I was so good in like 2017 or whatever. I deserve things today. Like, that's not how sports work. So that's kind of, you don't really like to hear that from one of your star players, but yeah, he's just, I'm not married to anybody. Like, literally, I'm not. I'm only engaged, but like, I'm not, super committed or incredibly loyal to any player or famous person or whoever that I happen to find like entertaining or good. And I've just decided I don't really like him anymore. He's just not that great he just doesn't seem like that nice of a guy, and his game's bad now too. So like, what do you want me to do? But it gets worse for the Lakers. So he finally sat out a game this past Wednesday, two days ago, against the Portland Trail Blazers. The Portland Trail Blazers, they are a bad team. They just traded away their second best player, and their best player, Damian Lillard. Okay, so they traded away their second best player, CJ McCollum. Damian Lillard, who's their best player, he wasn't playing. They also traded away like two other really good players on their team, and the players they got back in the trade didn't even play. So the entire Trail Blazers team, like the entire team that the Lakers played on Wednesday, they're basically unrecognizable. Like, I don't know who any of these guys are. The Lakers, with an entirely healthy team, except for Russell Westbrook, who most people say is their biggest problem. Yeah, they still lost. The Lakers still lost. So they fall to 26 wins and 30 losses on the season. They're 4 games below 500. They're the 9th seed in the conference. And just listen to how sad, broken down, defeated LeBron James sounds after this game.
I'm literally I'm tired as hell right now. I just want to get some wine and get into bed.
Long story short, man, LeBron is 37. He's in year 19, and he's been in the NBA for the better half of his life. Don't let the 30-point games fool you. He's tired. The team isn't very motivated. They're not playing any defense. They're paying Westbrook $40 million just to have him be hated by most Lakers fans. Anthony Davis is up and down statistically, not like jumping. And they lost to the Trailblazers, who didn't play a single guy I know. So
sounds like they're toast.
There's your sports update. Oh, by the way, the Super Bowl is in 2 days.
Derapy. Season 3 of Derapy. Season 3 of Derapy. 3 of Derapy. It's season.
Okay, so I hate to start out with like some like kind of like dark stuff. Like it's not.
Well, we
good.
don't have
like,
to. Why would we do that?
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Should we start out with something like positive?
Yes.
Or something
Yeah.
like crazy
Yeah.
bad?
Let's like talk about something that's like funny. Like, no, we shouldn't start out with the worst possible thing. Like, I don't even know why
All right.
I have to.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Tell me something funny.
Listen to this story. All right. Okay, so you remember when you were talking about Brian Flores going after the NFL because like they don't hire enough black coaches, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Okay, so the Houston Texans, they hired a new coach, Lovie Smith. I think he used to he used to coach the Bears.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The Bears.
So the Texans hired him. Lovie Smith is a black man, so like that's good news, right?
Of course, that's good news.
According to our boy Adam Schefter, right? This is a joint statement from Douglas H. Wigdor and John Eleftherick, whoever, the attorneys for Brian Flores. All right. So this is what Brian Flores said in response, according to his lawyers, to Lovie Smith, a black coach being hired for the Texans. All right, listen to this.
Oh, okay.
He's happy to hear that the Texans have hired a black head coach, Lovie Smith, as Mr. Flores' goal in bringing his case is to provide real opportunities for black and minority candidates to be considered for coaching and executive positions within the NFL. However,
what is more?
Yes, there's a however.
What more is there to say about
we
it?
We would be remiss not to mention that Mr. Flores was one of the 3 finalists for the Texans head coach position. And after a great interview and mutual interest, it is obvious that the only reason Mr. Flores was not selected was his decision to stand up against racial inequality across the NFL. So yes, yeah. So basically,
he was like, y'all still didn't
Brian
pick me.
Flores'
I'm
whole
mad.
beef with the league was y'all ain't hiring black head coaches.
Right.
So then they go hire a black head coach, and he's like, okay, why didn't y'all hire me?
Not that one.
like you should have picked me. Like that's the problem. So like, what do you? It's pretty ridiculous. Right?
Okay, so here's the thing about that. It's like the NFL. I mean, in Brian Flores' world, they're in like a no-win situation.
Right.
So
right.
everybody's calling them racist. So
they go.
The appropriate course of action would be to A, change some of the rules, or B, hire a black head coach.
And they did that. Like they literally did that.
But it's just very strange to me that like, so if they hire a black head coach that's not Brian Flores, people are like, you only didn't hire Brian Flores.
No.
Nobody's taking his side.
No. People are not on Brian Flores' side. They're like, nah, bro, shut the fuck up. Like this is literally what you wanted. So like here are some of the reactions to Brian Flores' statement that y'all hired the wrong black coach.
Oh wait. Are they from Twitter?
Yes,
from Twitter?
Because I know how you love Twitter comments. So here's a few.
Okay.
This dude is a clown. Way to trash a coach with decades of experience who's taken a team to the Super Bowl. The sense of entitlement just jumps off the page.
Okay.
At Tony Time says, fuck Brian Flores, LOL. Why do they keep running the same whine play? Personally, I would pass. Brian Flores just lost a lot of people's support.
Ooh.
Turns out that Brian Flores is just another grifter. What a shame. What a way to congratulate and shit on someone at the same time. SMH. Jesus, this is bad PR for Flores attorneys. Wait, someone let him release this. Brian Flores is the AOC of NFL coaches.
What does that mean?
Yes, the simple let's sue to employer and get upset when they don't get a job tactic. Someone posted a picture that said, this is Brian Flores congratulating Lovie Smith, and it's that clip from The Last Dance when Michael Jordan and Larry Bird are hugging each other, and he's like, you bitch, fuck you.
So yeah, people are not down with it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's the end of the Brian Flores thing. I mean, I could already see, like, as days went on, people were starting to question more and more, like, is this more about Brian Flores just being upset that he didn't get the job? And when you think about it, it's like that text exchange with Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was a smoking gun, but it doesn't really say all that much. I mean, Bill Belichick, just because he thinks that somebody's about to get a job or just because he thinks he has inside information, that's not really something that you could take to court.
Yeah,
and,
he doesn't actually
win
work with the Giants. Yeah.
It's not really that much. I think the biggest accusation that Brian Flores had was the whole Miami Dolphins owner, whoever, trying to pay him $100,000 to lose a game. But you either have email and text confirming that, or you don't. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like this is all gonna fall apart very soon, and we're not gonna be looking at like the next Colin Kaepernick type thing. I think it's gonna lose steam in just a matter of time.
Yeah, and especially like the NFL, like bro, every single person that he accused of anything, they all coming out with statements like, "Oh, we gonna do an investigation," or "We have proof that like that wasn't the case," or "We took it all very seriously," blah blah blah. And then dang, who was that? Mike McDaniel. He got hired for a job.
He
and
got
he's
hired
like
by,
half black or something, and then they hired Lovie Smith, who's black, so like they clean it up real quick. So I think it's gonna be all over soon, and it's just tough because that man really sacrificed his career, bro. He really should have just stayed in the pool.
Yeah, he probably
and,
still could have got a
another
job.
job, but like he was just tired, and like I get it, but like sometimes you got to play the game,
Yeah.
and like you can't expect the people that you suing to give you another job. Like that's crazy. It just don't work like that.
Oh yeah, and Mike McDaniel, he got hired to be the Dolphins coach. He took Brian Flores' old job, and he's like, he's the one that's half black. So
he basically
they even
looks white,
filled his
but,
position with
whatever.
somebody that ideally you would like. I mean, he's not, should be good enough.
Okay, let's talk about something more fun. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen that compilation or you heard about it where like Joe Rogan got caught saying the N-word like a whole bunch of times. Like, how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about it? I mean,
Yeah, how do you feel?
it's pretty obvious. I think it's obvious to anybody that's known of Joe Rogan or been aware of Joe Rogan for a long time that he's not like a racist person.
Okay, so what you're saying is people can say the N-word but not be racist.
Yeah. You can say the N-word and not be racist.
All right, y'all hear that? Derek said white people are allowed to say the N-word and not be racist.
That's
Okay.
All right. Okay. I see what kind of mood you into.
I'm just repeating back what you said.
Mhm.
You seem to be cool with it. Like it
I'm
sounds
cool
like
with
you're
it.
cool with it.
You know, I'm not like generally okay with people using the N-word.
Right. Unless it's like people that you like.
What? No, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, so like you think Joe Rogan's a racist now?
I think that it's possible that there is there's like a spectrum when it comes to these things, and I'm not saying that like he hates black people or he doesn't like black people or he thinks black people are inferior, but I think in order to say that word as many times as he did, it's like he clearly did not like understand, and like I feel like to be like a grown man and not really understand the impact that the N-word has on black people, like generally speaking, kind of speaks to you being like maybe the type of human being that is generally not very sensitive towards
It doesn't like scream ally.
the plight of black people in the history of how that word's been used against them. So I mean, I'm not saying Joe Rogan's a racist, but like I feel like he would tolerate like some racist shit based on his past. That's all I'm saying. Like if people want to listen to him, they can listen to him, but like I don't really mess with him like that. Like he cool like doing the UFC stuff, but it's just hard for me to like see all those clips and be like, nah man, he loved black people.
I understand what you're saying. So what's like the angle specific, like, so you just wanted to ask me like how I felt about it, because like you know how I feel about Joe Rogan. I mean, I think his podcast is great. I think open discussion, open debate, whatever.
We're in the marketplace of ideas.
Marketplace of ideas or whatever. Like I like the show, and I think
But like a question. Okay, so if you knew, if you had seen that compilation like before you really got like deep into like his podcast and stuff, and I'm not even saying like you super deep into it, like I don't think you spend that much time listening to Joe Rogan, like because they long ass podcasts, you don't have that much time, but
I don't listen to him that much. But
if you knew that he said the N-word that much, like before you got like invested in his like career path as a podcaster, would you still like be defending him in that way?
I wouldn't even. I guess it would. I can't say I'm not defending him, because like usually when somebody says the N-word, like there's literally one of two responses. It's like either this is like in a specific context where it's okay, or this is like very obviously like putting down an entire race of people, one that I belong to. So
right.
I think for me it was easy. I find it easier to defend people because like generally speaking, I just have like I know how to look at things in like a nuanced way.
Right.
If I thought Joe Rogan was using the N-word to put down black people, then I would be like,
you'd be like, I'm not fucking with it.
Well, that's bad. He's a bad person.
Yeah.
But I think it's obvious that he's not doing that, and I think you would agree if you watch the clips.
Yeah. I just kind of wanted to press you on it a little bit because like it just seemed like you were so nonchalant about it. But okay, the reason why I actually brought that up is because something really funny happened with that dude Andrew Yang. You know Andrew Yang?
Yeah, I know Andrew Yang.
So he initially came out and he was like,
Yeah, he was defending
Joe
him.
Rogan's not racist. He has black friends or whatever. Like just something stupid like that. And then he went back and then like apologized for defending him, which I thought was like super whack. Like, do you know about that?
No, I didn't know that he went back and like took back his defense. What do you mean?
Okay, all right. So Andrew Yang initially, here's the actual like initial tweet. He said,
I don't think Joe Rogan is a racist. The man interacts with and works with black people literally all of the time.
which like isn't like a crazy bad argument, but it's just like the way in which it's worded, it just has that energy of like, I got a black friend, so you know, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, and it's definitely something that you should expand on, because it's like to say the man interacts with and works with black people literally all the time. Yeah, so did literal slave owners.
Yeah.
They interact with black people all the time, and they're
Yeah.
just telling black people what to do. So that's not a good argument. But then he said something after that. His next tweet was he had another.
Do I know black friends of Joe's who would swear by him? Yes, I do.
Now that actually is a better argument, because you're saying like, you know, people that are close to Joe Rogan, long time friends of Joe Rogan's that are
Right.
black and would like swear by him. That's better than just saying he interacts with the blacks, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, but then he took it back. So here's what he said after like white guilt Twitter started like coming at him like super hard, like how dare you say that, and you know, like, and the thing is, what I noticed is like there aren't a lot of like, I don't know, it seems like black dudes get it, because like black dudes that know about Joe Rogan know that like he does the UFC stuff and he works closely with like a lot of black fighters and a lot of black, and it's like there's a difference between just like, you know, interacting with people and like actually working with them, like doing stand up with them, like traveling with them, like being on tour with them. It's like, I find it very hard to imagine that Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan hang out for like hundreds of hours,
So much time together.
but like Joe Rogan has this like deep-seated hidden
that seems
racism, whatever. So
unlikely.
here's what Andrew Yang came out. I'm trying to tell people.
Oh, there was like another tweet of
He
his.
said,
Racism is real, deep, corrosive, and even lethal. I know that. I made a mistake in an earlier tweet tonight that downplayed these realities.
Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't
which, like,
downplaying.
it literally isn't what he did.
Yeah, he wasn't downplaying racism. He was just saying that I've seen Joe Rogan with a lot of black people, and I think it would be kind of hard to be like a real racist and spend that much extended time. Or like, so we think Joe Rogan is fake laughing at all his black friends' jokes, and deep down he's like, you're inferior. Like, I doubt that's the case. What else did Andrew Yang say? I thought there was another thing.
He also said,
I deleted the tweet because it was wrong-headed. It also hurt people, which is never my intent. I'm sorry. I'm learning and appreciate those who reach out.
like, okay, this is my problem with this. Is like, bro, you didn't like actually hurt anybody. Like,
Yeah, I think people were
if
fine.
somebody gets like annoyed by a tweet or like even pissed off by it, or they even hate the tweet, like that doesn't mean they are like physically hurt. If you come out and you like, Joe Rogan is not racist, like I know him, he cool to folks, and so like he's probably not like, you're not actually doing any real world harm to people. Like, we got to stop that. Like, oh my god, these words are killing people. Like, no, they're not.
Yeah, it's not that. Okay, what else? We're running low on time.
I got a funny clip of Joe Biden if you want to hear it.
I always want to hear it.
I don't want to get going because I keep you here too long, because you know all what I've said, and you know what I've done, and you know what we're doing, and you know I know what you're doing.
Bro, it's like a tongue twister.
Can we get like do you have like a transcript or something?
I knew you were gonna ask that.
No
Okay,
way.
This is what I got. The full quote is, I don't want to get going because I'd keep you here too long, because you know all what I'm about to, what I've said, and you know what I've done, and you know what we're doing, and I know what you're doing. He also knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Not only do we know what he's got going on,
Right.
and he doesn't want to keep us too long, and we know what he's about and what he said and what
Right.
he's doing and what we're going to do. He
Right.
also knows what we are doing. Okay. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, do you remember how I was like, I don't want to start out with like anything too crazy or bad in the beginning. All I have left is like kind of negative stuff, and I think like since we gonna wrap it up soon, like you probably want to end on something positive.
Okay. Well, like what's the subject matter? Like what is it? What is it?
So Chris Brown, he got like accused of like inviting like a woman on a yacht, giving her champagne, and it was like drugged or something. and
Okay.
she was,
All right.
like,
Stop.
conscious, and then, like,
Stop. Okay.
Oh no,
yeah.
we shouldn't.
No.
Okay.
Is there literally anything else?
We could talk about the Super Bowl.
I'm good.
What?
Okay,
Let me just.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Let me just give you the prediction, bro. Okay, the Rams are gonna win in the blowout.
Wow.
Bing bong. Fuck your life. Ops all scared like I snuck a knife. I'm light skinned till you cut the light. Career B student, I'm somewhat bright. Loose with the diet, with the bars I'm tight. And y'all feel left out like I just turned right. And that's weak as hell, but I'm cool as Mike like Tyson. Jackson? He rapping like someone said last day on earth. Keep it 100, but he don't play turf. This year he swimming, but he never surf. Cause he love these white people, but he won't partake. He is just happy he got a fair shake. Babe said lose weight, but got wrong kind of shake. He need the protein, but he got the Oreo. Boo-hoo, he going home, but you don't want the smoke. Back to school, but I'm the teacher. Looking at my girl crazy, but you want a t-shirt. No, I'm talking crazy like I sleep with a 9. Lover, not a fighter, but you can't mess with mine. Out of my element, avatar. Better stop asking if I'm busy, I get mad at y'all. Y'all don't even have a car. Why you talking rap if you never even had a bar? Now we pop off and that's no cap. And I'm bass backwards like Snow Black. And I won't explain, but I make the rules. Cause it's my show, I'm the guru. And who knew he go this hard?